Tonight on KYOT News, Dakota Days 2013 continues throughout the week. Find out everything you need to know about the festivities. I'm Courtney Starrett.
And I'm Taylor Moore. With so many extra alumni, friends, and family on campus for D-Days, how's law enforcement stepping up their act to keep everyone safe? We'll talk with Sergeant Sam Nelson from the University Police Department to get an update on extra safety procedures this week.
Plus, an update on national sports headlines and what Coach Joe Glenn thinks about the big game. Details on these stories and more are coming up. But first, the headlines with Caitlin Steffel.
The government has been shut down for more than a day now after Congress failed to come to an agreement on a spending bill. President Barack Obama invited congressional leaders to the White House today to urge the White House to pass the bill allowing the government to reopen. Republicans want to defund or repeal the Affordable Care Act, something Democrats are unwilling to do. A famous author known for his military thriller novels has died. Tom Clancy passed away at the age of 66 yesterday in Baltimore. Some of Clancy's best-known novels include The Hunt for Red October and Patriot Games. Many of his novels were on the New York Times bestseller list, and a few even became blockbuster movies. And those are your headlines.
Tailgating is a big part of football game days. Now that USD is Division I, Student Services is trying to improve the tailgating experience for students. This year, Student Services decided to move the student tailgate section to the parking lot near the grassy lots of the fan tailgate. Lindsay Sparks is the Assistant Director of Student Life. She says the change in location was meant to give students a more fun tailgate experience.
Students before weren't able to pull their cars up on the grass. This allows students to pull their cars in a parking spot, open up the tailgate, and literally tailgate out of the back of their cars, which is what I think a lot of students are used to when they watch other Division I schools or they've been to other Division I tailgating.
Like other years, students who are 21 and plan to drink while tailgating must also get a wristband. But Sparks says it's not the university's goal to get students in trouble.
If you're jumping on a car, whether you blow a .08 or you blow a .00, you're probably going to have someone come up and talk to you. And I think that's fair. But we're really working on just kind of letting you guys do your thing, basically, and again, treating you like adults. If there's no reason to go talk to you and come up and kind of address whatever's going on, we're probably not going to.
Sparks says there's a misconception that students can only carry so many drinks at one time. The only real limitation on alcohol is that it's drank out of a plastic cup or aluminum can.
That's for safety reasons. That's not so much to control the alcohol you're bringing, but that's so much for just like throwing away glass and that sort of thing, and glass on the parking lot. Since we've changed kind of our surface, that kind of changes, like glass breaks a lot easier on the parking lot than it does the grass.
Another change this year is that students are allowed to tailgate during halftime and then get back into the game. Tailgating will start after the Dakota Days Parade at 11 o'clock Saturday morning.
Dakota Days 2013 is officially underway, and there are many ways for students to get involved and show off their school spirit. Tonight at 9 in the Muck Pit Lounge is USD's Trivia Night. Tomorrow evening at 5:30, the Wellness Center is hosting a fun run. And at 8, the Campus Activities Board is holding its first ever Yotes Got Talent competition at Alf's Auditorium. On Friday evening, the Wellness Center is hosting a Zumba party, and D-Day's activities conclude Saturday afternoon at 2 when the USD Coyotes face off against Missouri State in the Dome.
Another big part of the D-Day's festivities is the crowning of Mr. and Miss Dakota. The selection started with more than 30 candidates, but last night it was narrowed down to just 7 men and 7 women. The candidates for Mr. Dakota include Eric Muckey, Stephen Bollinger, Zach Knipp, Seth Lepore, Sean McCann, Gavin Pocup, and Taylor Moore. The final candidates for Miss Dakota are Ellen Egebritson, Megan Egebritson, Anna Hieronymus, Courtney Kirchill, Kate Bauer, Wendy Nelson, and Cassie Bartlett. The final voting for Mr. and Miss Dakota starts tomorrow and ends Friday. The winner will be announced at halftime of the football game.